Okay. Something should be here. And they're here. Yep. Just wrap the box in the packaging. The plastic. It's starting to rip into the paper here with this plastic. Not getting very far though after that.
Guard.
Box is a little bit wet. Trash can lid was wet with snow. And while this phone, the buttons are too easy to push. Yeah, I'm going up. Since you're here. I had a meeting today with the people that helped me along with stuff. My shopping and taking me to 125 for my concerts. Anyway, then we ate at Olive Garden. Kind of a anniversary dinner for Mom and Dad. I had the shrimp field misto with their appetizer. Been a fan of that for years. My sister's, I was gonna say boyfriend's, now it's her husband. Sister's husband's daughter, who works at Olive Garden in Appleton, Wisconsin, and her boyfriend, they both love that too. We were at their place for Christmas, early Christmas last year. We got talking about Olive Garden orders. I said that, and they said, "Oh yeah, we love that. That's one of our go-tos." Jump onto that coat. I think they cheaped it up a little bit. I'm on tape. Like a clump of it here. That's all it took. Oh, nope. A little bit over here. And one more. Boom. They even packaged it inside the box. Even further, no, this is just manual in the battery. Where's the detector? It's like a Russian nesting doll. They wanted to make dang sure that it wasn't damaged. There we go. Yep. And I saw this and I knew I had to have it because, the other one lost in the move. So it has the label on the side, just like my old one. But you notice something different. I said this is the 76R. This one doesn't have the loan slot, like my other one did. Hello. Looks like everything else is pretty much the same. Same battery, same horn, I think my other one had the test socket here. Same button. No LED. Adjustments. Instead of the horn. Good old Kobishi. We've all seen the writing on these. I guess the lack of writing except for that on this one. Then you have the writing there. Other than a lot of those phones that focuses a lot quicker. Alright. I like the Ziploc bag. Did I ever show the manual? I think I did, but if you want to see it, here. Yeah, I did. I can remember talking about it. Let's see, how does it? Okay. But we'll just have it for this video too, so you don't have to go back to that one. And if you want to read, just pause. Classic illustrations from back then. Like a different horn that they used there, or that they used. Like a Delta alarm style one. You can see a different diaphragm. And that one, then you see the tabs there with the front dome kind of crimped to the side. Got little test socket, Y-shaped slot, test switch, sensing chamber, keyhole mounting slots, primary power cell. There's no secondary on this one. And evidently some of the old RSs had that type of thing too. It looks like this doesn't have that part either. Along these, you see that there. And I think that's it. Now, your checklist, order form. Oh, we got more stuff here. CSFM. Again, sorry about the shaking. Fire safety plan. And that's it. Now, there's quite a lot of variations of this cover too. I think there's like 10 of them that I know of. So from what I mean with this cover design is this. It comes up like this, sharp angle, and comes up again. So I'm not talking about like the 77R, which came up like that, and then that. And then the 769, 83R, or even this 79R, which kind of came up like that. So anyway, as far as I know, they started with this design, with the 74R and 729, 749, which this one is, of course. I'd like to have a 74R, but one of our friends who's been in the community but been absent for a while, I want him to have first grabs on it. I want him to have first dibs on one. So then they went to this one for the 76R, this cover, and then they raised the bars up. They kept the 7 rows of vents, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then when they transitioned from the 76R to the 76RS, first alert and smoke alert, they used this design with a lone slot in the center here. And there could have been some 76RSs that had this type cover too. But I think some of the old first alert commercials had this one. And sadly, I don't have one lone slot anymore. Because of course, the 76R that I originally had with the lone slot, lost in the move. Lost in the move. So anyway, and then they transitioned to this version, 76RS. Adding the 8th row, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, I skipped. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, you know, just taking out the lone slot. And I think some of the first RCs had this too. And speaking of the RC, the first ones were this one with the smooth cover. And this is the one that I tried to find because it's the one I found last year, I got last year. And it had that hole. It was right there. And then they transitioned to the ones with the textured side like this. And somewhere within these two, they had that one with the 8 slots on the side instead of 6. I've seen a couple of them. And then the last part of the RC generation, 79R based platform, they had that really rare version that had the writing on here on the side, like I saw in that basement in Minneapolis. And then when they went to the 83R platform, they started out with this one, of course, the RD. All the rows, and I think this is 8 too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then the last cover of this design was this one. Later SA67Ds that had 4, 6, and then the last runs of it had the temporal 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So yeah, this cover design had a pretty good run. And then there was this really rare version. I think it might have been a 83R platform. It might have been 79R. Had a really weird ridge around the center here, like that. It's the only time we've ever seen one of those. And there might have been other variants too, that like BRK made for only a limited run or something. And there might have been a predecessor to this too. But I think before this was the 718. And then they went to that, and then, you know, all these. So now, get this. I like how it's kind of got this paper backing. And here's the battery. That's how my grandma said it on my dad's side. And I'm not sure if I've ever told you this story, but like 6 months or 8 months or so after they moved into their apartment in Fort Dodge, she called Dad up and she said there was a bird in the apartment. Dad was like, really? And I listened in too, and I heard beep. It was their CD1 beeping because of low battery. Speaking of battery, here's this one. I like the depth of field the phone's giving me. But anyway, yeah, because they never had a smoke alarm in their farmhouse, surprisingly. Not even a 76RS or anything like that. And then I did go back to their farmhouse years ago when their current renter, I think, lived there. And he had like a I-9010 style kidda there. Anyway, and there's the other side. And there's that. that green stuff leakage or is it not? Pretty cool though. So yeah, I was the one that said, "Oh, that's your smoke alarm. The batteries needs replaced." So here's the label again, and I think some of the earlier RSs had the label like this too. Because you saw that in the old William Conrad video.
You know what that is? It's a smoke detector. It's called First Alert by Pitway. It can mean escape instead of disaster for your family. First Alert comes battery operated, easy to install yourself. Pitway's made over 1 million smoke detectors. Families everywhere trust First Alert with their lives. Moments ago, smoke started filtering into this room. I believe in First Alert. What are you waiting for?
First Alert is available at Gemco.
But it might have been one of these though. Here's the old Underwriter's Laboratory with the sort of the, what do you call that type of font? Like Old English style. It's the 1231, so this is a little older than my mom's detector. My other grandma's side, her Presto 01 SD1, because that was 1314. So yeah, glad to have one again. I just started editing and I realized I forgot to show you the box, or forgot to show you the box. Even though you probably saw it in my last video, or not last video, but my original 76R video. Anyway, it looks like there's probably like 74 R's there. And you can see in later SS718 peeking through, or 79 DCRI. Zoom that in BRK boxes. I want to see this label. Notice that when I was bringing it in. Let's see. Is this original? There's Clay Center. Oh, look at that. Wards. So they were using their logo, or that logo in the 76R era. It's the same logo that they used for this one. So probably what could have happened was they originally were selling the 76Rs, and then when they commissioned BRK to make these with this cover, you know, they went to this. But maybe not. Maybe there were some 76Rs that were branded as Wards. Who knows? Yeah, that's cool. So, Clay Center. I don't know what that would be. Mile 5G. Even that could have been like the stock room or the distribution center or whatever. Order 435A, batch A. It's like they bought it 3488. One each. It's like that's what their catalog number would have been for this. Schedule 8. I like how they have that font or whatever. Almost like they made it with like forward slash and back slashes and underscores and stuff. And vertical braces or vertical bars. I wonder where 6946 is. Interesting. All that label there. All that information. Should have been over here, but whatever. Anyway, there you go, folks. Thanks for watching.